Okay, so in this video we're going to do naming of these homologous series. Naming. So the way we're going to name them is going to be determined by the number of carbons present in each compound. So when we name these, we're going to use the prefix and suffix. So we know that the prefix it's a start, and this is end. So how the name it's started and how the name is ends. So like if this word unhappy, so this word unhappy, this un is a prefix, and then this word, let's say transformation, this word transformation, this here, this it's a suffix. So we're going to name the alkanes, alkene and alkynes, all of these homologous series using the prefix and suffix. Okay, so let's start with the alkane. So each and every compound that belongs to alkane, so I'm going to write the prefix here. We're going to write now a prefix of all of these compounds. Okay, so let's give the prefix and the suffix of these things using the homologous series name. So okay, so the suffix, so if any compound belongs to alkane, it's going to end with ane. That's going to be the suffix of that compound. If it belongs to alkene, it's going to end with in, and if it belongs to alkyne, it's going to end with ine. So if you see any compound that ends with ane, it belongs to alkane, and alkane is homologous series, and homologous series. So now let's come to a prefix. So a prefix, since it's a starting name, it doesn't matter which homologous series the compound belongs. A prefix is independent of homologous series. So our prefix is going to be determined by the number of carbons present, for the number of carbons present in that molecule, in that compound. So if you have two carbons, it's going to have a certain prefix. If I have three, certain prefix, 4, and so on. Okay, so there's a mnemonic that I used when I was in grade 12, when I was in high school. So let me just show you how that mnemonic works. I like the trick because it helped me cram all of those, not cramming, actually memorizing all of these names in one place. So I use this mnemonic. Take a look. So my mnemonic is this. I use this one: map, but font. I use map but font. So these meaning that here M stand for math, E stand for if, P stand for prop, these you can see here, all of these are in capital letters, but only U and T are in small letter. So these are going together, but when we pronounce it in naming, we said that's a butte, not but. So here P stand for the pant, and H, the first one, stand for the hex, the second one stand for the hapt, and the third one, this O, stand for oct, and N, none, and D finally stand for deck. Okay, so this mnemonic helped me to memorize all of these compounds. Why? Because I know that if any compound has one carbon, the prefix is going to be meth. So this is one carbon. If it has two carbons, the prefix is going to be eth, 3 prop, 4 but, 5 pent, 6 hex, 7 hapt, 8 oct, 9 none, 10 deck. Okay, so this is how I memorized it, by saying map but font. So you will never forget that if you just count here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so this is how I memorized. Okay, so now let me just give you an example. So we already know the prefix, so these are the prefix. We already know the suffix, so we can form a name, right? To form a name, we need what? We need a prefix and suffix. We need a prefix and suffix. We need a prefix and suffix. It's compulsory. Okay, so now let's form a one name that's interesting to you. I don't know, that is interesting. Okay, so let me just give you this one. So what we said something about alkane. Alkane has a functional group, so that functional group is going to that functional group is going to give us also the suffix. Okay, so the functional group of alkane was this one. Remember, we said that it's represented by single bonds, so all of these single bonds are going to be bonded to hydrogens. That's why we call that as hydrocarbon. Okay, so this one, how many carbons are here? 2, right? So it falls under E. So if it falls under E, what's the full name for E? The prefix full name for E. So the prefix full name for E is eth, right? So after that, we consider this as alkane because it has only a single bond. So after that, we are going to give it a suffix. So a suffix is going to be ane because it has only single bonds, so it falls under alkane. So the full name is going to be ethane. So please, to make sure that you understand, feel free to try alkene and alkyne. Try them. Pause the video and try. Okay, I hope you tried. So let's try the second one. Okay, so the second one, we said that's given by this. This tells us that this element, if we see double bond, we consider that as being alkene. Okay, so if it's alkene, what's the prefix? Prefix is eth because it has 2 carbons. And what is the suffix? Is in. So what's the full name? Ethene. So it's ethene. The last one, we said that the bonds between is going to be a triple bond. So H and H. Okay, so the prefix eth, suffix ine. So this is going to be ethyne. It's going to be ethyne, right? So now there's one thing that's very important here. You see this alkene and this alkyne, they don't have these prefix. So I want you to tell me why only these 2 here, they don't have these. Only in these hydrocarbons. Remember that all of these are hydrocarbons. Why only those 2, they don't have the prefix meth? You'll never find something called methane, methane. It doesn't exist. We have a methane, but we don't have a methane, we don't have a methane. So I want you to tell me in the comment below, or if you don't have a comment section, please join this group, and you will find you will find the chance to answer the question. Join this one. Maths and Science is the same group as the YouTube channel, Maths and Science Top Dogs, in YouTube, in Facebook, and then after that, it's where you can answer that question, please. Okay, stay tuned, and then in our next video, we're doing the naming. When naming organic compounds, follow these rules. Remember, that's not the end of naming, was a starting point, and then please upgrade with me so that we can learn this one.